Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. Welcome to another edition of Hilaal Live. Thanks for joining us on channel 347, also on our live stream, www.hilaal.tv. Over the last couple of months, there have been so many wonderful organizations that have not forgotten our brothers and sisters and the genocide that's happening in Palestine. One such organization is trying to get us more active, more physical. It's been a very long winter, and we've all had a lot of comfort eating. Now, to get rid of those kilograms, we've got physical activity for the fallen martyrs of Gaza and a project called Fitness for Palestine. To tell us a bit more, I've got two physiotherapists in studio. I'd like to first welcome Sister Razaan Isaacs. Assalamu alaikum.
Wa alaikum salam. Nice to be here.
Shukr for joining me. I really appreciate it. And then also Sister Naa-ielah Pandey, also in studio. Assalamu alaikum.
Wa alaikum salam.
Jazakallah so much for coming into studio. It's such a wonderful initiative. When Dr. Yasin Raycliffe got hold of me and he said, you know what, this initiative is happening. I think it's going to really contribute to some of the funds that is much needed in Palestine as well. So to tell our viewers a bit more, maybe Naa-ielah, give us a bit of history. How did this initiative come together?
Okay, so this actually was triggered by our students, right? The students felt, you know, ma'am, we need to do something, we need to raise money, and we are known for using our hands.
Right.
Physio said, let's have a massageathon.
Okay.
So we said, let's have a massageathon, 50 rand, 15 minutes. They set up at campus, and we like, let's start. Then it was myself, Razaan, Mariam, and we decided that, you know what, let's make this more. We approached the broader group, Health Work Care for Workers, and we decided that let's all like-minded physios, let's join and see what initiatives we can start.
Nice.
The fact that we do use our hands and the fact that it's physical in nature, we can raise funds without actually spending. So that was the big key. And it literally grew, as in we started the group, we joined, and 130 members later.
Wow.
We are hosting many events. We had another Fitness for Palestine with the Dubai Bling Ibrahim.
Oh yes, he was done. I interviewed him. What a lovely guy.
So we had that concept, and we've generated funds in that. But we also do have a research group where we are researching in the background as well. Because it's evidence-based, bear in mind what's happening in Palestine, the effects after war is going to be quite big.
Of course.
And the rehabilitation of a society post-war is going to be quite big. So
Absolutely.
I think if you want to touch on the elements of post.
Absolutely. So rehabilitation and recovery, it's a whole ordeal, and especially with the types of injuries that these people are enduring. It's going to take quite a bit. You're looking at amputations, you're looking at open fractures, you're looking at soft tissue injuries, and rehabilitation is essential, and it's really important to start really early with rehabilitation. To avoid secondary complications like contractures forming in joints, muscle atrophy. And so, yeah, rehabilitation is essential, and physio plays a huge role in that, which I don't think a lot of people are aware of.
Of course, yeah. Look, we to a point in South Africa refer to physio as the last resort when it comes to our healing of any injuries. And much needed. I know, Naa-ielah, you've got ties to Palestine as well. Do you have colleagues that you often maybe speak to? Are they delivering any services at the moment?
So currently there was a physio that was here in South Africa. He was here for a period of time, and he's returned. Subsequently, the medical care is not of a rehabilitative state.
Just yet?
No. So they are currently just in an emergency state. So rehabilitation is going to happen post.
Gotcha.
So at the moment, it's literally just emergency, where people are doing emergency traumas without anesthetic, but there is no follow-on. And the effects of disabilities, where we as healthcare professionals are going to have to play an important role. So our research component would be then to find the most up-to-date evidence-based practice that is going to assist, where we can have telehealth, where we can help do communication. We come up with exercise pamphlets, booklets that can be used to train and teach people.
Right. And I suppose with the onset of AI as well, that can contribute to many factors with regards to communication and not physically being there as well. Razaan, in terms of the event, Fitness for Palestine, I love the name first of all. We've had a couple of initiatives over the last couple of months. Tell us more about the aim of your initiative.
Okay, so the aim of our initiative is firstly to gain awareness about the plight of Palestine currently, and also the role of physiotherapy in the rehabilitation and in the bigger scheme of things. There's a lot of barriers and things that's currently in place that are not allowing medical care, healthcare workers to get through, and all of these things. So it's, we want to gain awareness, right, Naa-ielah? Anything else?
Awareness, and then
raise funds.
Raising funds,
Okay.
and I think the beauty of raising funds and then bringing it home.
I like that. So tell us about the event that or events that make up this Fitness for Palestine. Give our viewers a bit more information of how they can get involved.
So Fitness for Palestine is a virtual event.
Okay.
It literally means that anybody, anywhere in South Africa can join.
Right.
You follow the Quicket link that we issue and you log in, you buy a ticket, and that's step one.
Right.
Step two is, what is the Fitness for Palestine? It literally is tracking any kilometers, whether it's walking, running, whether you did your steps for yoga, any form of physical activity that covers for the entire month of September and October.
Okay.
The beauty of it is that you receive a virtual race number.
Right.
And then you also, every race number is linked to the fallen martyr in
beautiful.
Palestine. So you are representing not only yourself, but you're representing and giving life to one of our fallen heroes in Palestine.
The funds, how will the funds be dispersed?
The funds are directly going towards AMA. So AMA has big hands on within Palestine, and they have this 30,000 aim of feeding 30,000 families.
Yes.
So it's, the beauty is, one of our members of the Physio Palestine, she's a physiotherapist, but she's also she works for AMA. So there's a direct link there. So all our funds are going straight to AMA.
Okay. Razaan, how can people get involved? I mean, why should people get involved? Let's put it that way.
I think it's super important for people to get involved because to show their support for Palestine, for the plight of the people in Palestine. Also, just to promote physical well-being and fitness in general is a really important thing to have. It promotes vitality, mental wellness, all of these good things that we really need in our life. And then just bearing in mind also what the people in Palestine are going through, their mental difficulties, their physical challenges, their obstacles that they are currently enduring is just, So just to get involved, I think, is a really important thing. I think.
So we do a lot in Cape Town. I mean, people love hiking there. We've got a lot of running clubs. I sit on my stoep on a Sunday morning and with my sister and I watch all these people run past. And I go, hey, go for it. But, you know, so people can do swimming, for example.
Yes.
They can do hiking. They can do, pedal is a big, padel, is a big sport these days. People can take part in that even?
Any type of physical activity.
Okay, so how do they notify you guys? Is there a bit of a link that they need to send?
There are two components. So they can we have started a Strava group. So we've got a WhatsApp group where people share their motivations. Look, I've did my 10K today.
Oh, nice.
We also have an Instagram platform where you can tag us in your post it, and it's a motivation, it's an awareness, and I think it's very tenfold in that we are getting people to be motivated. And currently how the world is going, and currently being exposed to this for the last year in particular, our mental health is at a low. Physical exercise, endorphins are getting released. So if we can even be the facilitator in assisting in mental health, creating a community and knowing that we are all linked through a name, through a person, and that we are all serving in a greater purpose beyond ourselves.
I like that. So you've got an organization that's the physiotherapy industry. Are there other medical practitioners involved?
100%. Not in the Physio for Palestine. Those are all physios.
I didn't know there was 100 and this is just in Cape Town.
No,
it's around.
All over South
Okay,
Africa.
got you. Okay.
But then there's the broader group, which is Healthcare Workers for Palestine, and that's made up of healthcare workers throughout the field: doctors, nurses, occupational therapists, speech therapists, audiologists, just across the board.
Brilliant.
And they are, how big are they now?
Currently 1,800.
1,800 members.
And if you know that healthcare workers' main aim is advocacy.
Gotcha.
So the aim is truly advocacy for what is happening in Palestine, and we took it a step further, and we'd like to raise funds and bring the initiative home. And
I like that. So when does this all start? Is there a starting date to this?
It has officially been launched on the 9th of September. following that it was International Physiotherapist Day.
On the 8th of September.
On the 8th
That's a
of
thing?
September.
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay, sorry, I didn't know. Sorry.
Yes.
So
Nobody knows, actually.
so now you celebrate us, and we'll celebrate us again.
Gotcha.
So the beauty of it is, yeah, September is a big known month for back awareness.
Yes.
Actually.
Oh, okay.
So promoting physical wellness has been a big component, and then knowing that motion is lotion, you can use that. And
I
movement
like
is
that.
medicine.
I also like that.
I like that.
So bringing all of those components, and yes, the concept, but we can bring happiness into this, and bringing that kind of motivation to the table is.
But I like that the younger crowd's getting involved. The students have started this
Yes.
initiative. You know, young people always teach us so much. Okay, Razaan, how do people start to get motivated, start to get interested? Give us some words of encouragement.
Gosh, I think starting is probably the hardest part for anyone to get started. But I think having this as a motivation of why you're doing it and why you're getting started is going to be the biggest push in the right direction. Yeah, there's so many benefits for getting active and being physical. It's obviously physically you're going to feel better, but also mentally everything is just going to feel better when you're more physical. Yeah.
Sister Naa-ielah and Sister Razaan, Jazakallah so much. All the very best
fine.
with this project, and keep us in the loop. And all your future projects go from strength to strength, inshallah.
Amen. Thank you so much for having us.
You're welcome. Welcome. There we go. Fitness for Palestine. We brought up the poster on screen. Get involved and send through your pics on the activity that you get involved in, and also participate in sending much needed funds through to Palestine. We're going to take a short break. When we come back, we continue with Hilaal Live.